Sexual pleasure is an intricate and multifaceted experience that involves not only emotional and psychological components but also significant physiological factors. One of the critical yet often overlooked aspects that contribute to sexual pleasure is lubrication. From a medical perspective, lubrication plays a crucial role in enhancing sexual experiences, reducing discomfort, and facilitating various aspects of sexual health. The human body, with its complexity and diversity, operates through a blend of biological processes, and sexual activity is no exception. When arousal occurs, the body is designed to prepare itself for the act of intimacy. In women, sexual arousal typically leads to vaginal lubrication, which serves multiple purposes. Adequate lubrication reduces friction during intercourse, making the experience more pleasurable and preventing potential discomfort or pain. When natural lubrication is insufficient, it can lead to a range of issues, including discomfort, increased friction, and even injury. From a medical standpoint, insufficient lubrication can be attributed to several factors, including hormonal changes, medical conditions, psychological issues, and side effects of medications. Hormonal fluctuations, particularly noted during menopause, can significantly reduce vaginal lubrication due to decreased estrogen levels, resulting in dryness. This condition, known as vaginal atrophy or atrophic vaginitis, can create barriers to sexual enjoyment. The lack of lubrication can lead to pain during intercourse, which can create a cycle wherein the anticipation of discomfort hinders sexual arousal, ultimately dampening the overall sexual experience. Men, too, can encounter lubrication-related issues. Although the male anatomy is markedly different from that of females, lubrication still plays a critical role in enhancing pleasure. Sufficient lubrication can facilitate more comfortable sexual experiences, enhance sensitivity, and increase overall satisfaction. In cases where men experience penile discomfort due to inadequate natural lubrication, the use of artificial lubricants can become a vital solution. The psychological aspect associated with lubrication and sexual pleasure cannot be understated. The awareness and openness regarding lubrication may significantly influence one's comfort level and willingness to engage in sexual activities. For many, there may be social stigmas or misconceptions surrounding the necessity of lubrication, particularly for women. Education and conversation play essential roles in breaking down these barriers, helping individuals understand that the need for lubrication is not a reflection of sexual desirability or arousal but rather a necessary aspect of sexual health. Artificial lubricants come in various forms, each designed to meet different needs. Water-based, silicone-based, and oil-based lubricants offer unique advantages and could enhance sexual pleasure depending on the circumstances. Water-based lubricants are popular due to their versatility and compatibility with various types of condoms and sexual toys. They are easy to clean but may require reapplication during intercourse. Conversely, silicone-based lubricants provide longer-lasting coverage and are appropriate for use in water, making them a solid choice for individuals seeking enduring lubrication for extended experiences. Oil-based lubricants may offer luxurious sensations but can be problematic because they are not universally compatible with latex condoms and can be challenging to clean. When exploring the world of lubrication, understanding the chemical composition of lubricants becomes pertinent. Many commercially available products contain additives, fragrances, and sugars that may not be suitable for everyone's body. Some individuals may have sensitivities or allergies to specific ingredients, leading to irritations or infections. Education on reading labels and selecting products formulated without irritating agents is crucial in choosing personal lubricants that enhance pleasure without adverse effects. The medical community increasingly recognizes the vital role of lubrication in enhancing sexual experience and sexual health. In various instances, clinicians are advocating for discussions about lubrication during routine healthcare visits, particularly for those who may experience dryness due to medical treatments or age-related changes. This increased awareness and acknowledgement can empower individuals, encouraging them to prioritize their comfort and pleasure. Moreover, the therapies associated with sexual health often include lubrication as a cornerstone treatment. For women experiencing challenges related to dryness due to menopause or hormonal imbalance, doctors may prescribe localized estrogen therapy alongside lubrication to mitigate symptoms of discomfort, thus creating a more enjoyable sexual experience. The connection between sexual health and overall well-being has prompted an increased focus on education, awareness, and informed choices regarding lubrication. Lubrication has implications that extend beyond the moment of intimate interaction. It plays a role in fostering connection and communication between partners, encouraging dialogue about desires, preferences, and comfort levels. When partners openly discuss the need for lubrication, it can lead to a more profound sense of intimacy and trust, enhancing the overall sexual experience. The act of addressing lubrication openly can reaffirm each partner's commitment to pleasure and comfort during sexual activities, establishing shared responsibility for mutual satisfaction. In summary, lubrication occupies an essential place in the discourse around sexual pleasure from a medical perspective. It serves to enhance physical sensations, reduce discomfort, and support emotional connections between partners. The importance of lubrication becomes particularly salient when considering the broader healthcare practices surrounding sexual health. This acknowledgement leads to improved sexual experiences and highlights the necessity for open dialogue about lubrication and sexual health issues. Advocating for the normalization of lubrication in sexual relations positions it as a standard component of sexual health, not merely an accessory but a vital part of the healthy sexual experience. Encouragingly, as conversations around sexual health become more prevalent, so too does the understanding that lubrication is not just beneficial, it is pivotal to fostering pleasurable, satisfying, and safe sexual encounters. Continued research into the pharmacokinetics and effects of various lubricants promises to provide deeper insights into how these substances enhance not only pleasure but also overall sexual health. Factors such as lubrication's impact on microbiome health in the genital area and its role in preventing sexually transmitted infections may warrant more exploration. Likewise, the psychological elements associated with lubrication and sexual satisfaction can motivate new studies focusing on the intersection of mental health and sexual health. As we navigate the complexities of human sexuality, acknowledging the art and science behind lubrication allows us to embrace more fulfilling experiences. Prioritizing comfort, pleasure, and health creates a rich and enjoyable landscape for intimacy, fostering connections that are both physically satisfying and emotionally rewarding. Understanding the role of lubrication transcends the physical components, enriching our conversations about sexual health and ensuring that everyone has the opportunity to thrive and enjoy their sexual journey fully. By promoting education, breaking down barriers, and fostering open communication surrounding the use of lubrication and its impact on sexual pleasure, we not only enhance individual experiences but contribute to a culture of sexual wellness and empowerment. Ultimately, lubrication should be celebrated not only as a tool for enhanced pleasure but as a vital contributor to sexual health and well-being. The topic of lubrication in the context of sexual pleasure is one that intersects not only with biology and psychology but also with cultural and religious frameworks. These perspectives often shape how individuals understand their own bodies, relationships, and the act of sex itself. Throughout history, various religious traditions have addressed the theme of sexuality, offering specific guidelines, prohibitions, and insights that can work to either enhance or complicate the experience of sexual pleasure. From a physiological standpoint, lubrication plays a critical role in enhancing sexual pleasure. It can mitigate discomfort and friction, creating conducive conditions for intimacy and connection. However, in discussing lubrication within a religious context, it is imperative to explore the attitudes towards sexuality expressed in sacred texts and teachings, which often frame sexual pleasure in multifaceted ways. In many cultures influenced by religious beliefs, the conversation surrounding human sexuality carries significant implications. For instance, in Christianity, sexual relations are often viewed through the lens of marital fidelity, love, and procreation. The idea of sexual pleasure is sometimes seen as secondary to these primary aspects. Yet, there are interpretations that celebrate sexual pleasure within the confines of marriage, emphasizing the gift of intimacy and the joy of shared experiences. Here, lubrication can be viewed as a divine aid, enhancing the union and connection between spouses, thereby enriching the sacred act of intimacy. Conversely, in certain conservative religious interpretations, discussions around anything seen as unnatural or extrinsic to the sexual act, such as artificial lubrication, may evoke concerns. Some may perceive it as an interference with the natural order, questioning whether it diminishes the purity of the act of sexual union. This can create a tension, as individuals navigate personal desires and societal or religious pressures. Through these discussions, it becomes evident that there is a spectrum of beliefs regarding sexual pleasure and the use of lubrication, reflecting a diverse array of perspectives within religious communities. In Islam, the teachings about sexuality offer a well-rounded approach that recognizes the importance of pleasure. Within many interpretations of Islamic teachings, the marital relationship is revered, not solely for procreation but for companionship, love, and mutual satisfaction. Engaging in pleasurable sex is seen as a means of expressing love and enhancing the marital bond. This places lubrication in a positive light, as it aids in enriching the experience of intimacy. Many scholars discuss the necessity of ensuring both partners' comfort and pleasure, fundamentally arguing that sexual pleasure is not only allowed but encouraged within the confines of a loving marriage. Buddhism offers another unique perspective on the relationship between sexuality and spirituality. Many Buddhist teachings encourage a mindful approach to all aspects of life, including sexuality. The act of being present and aware can enhance the experience of sexual pleasure. While Buddhist texts may not specifically address lubrication, the principles of intentionality, awareness, and compassion can certainly be applied to enhance the erotic experience. In this way, lubrication can be considered a tool to foster greater awareness of one's own body and responsive connection to a partner, harmonizing the physical and spiritual aspects of intimacy. In Hinduism, sexual pleasure occupies an essential role, particularly within the concept of karma, one of the four purusharthas or goals of a human life which encompasses desire, aesthetics, and enjoyment. The spiritual text of the Kama Sutra acknowledges sexuality as a significant aspect of life and relationships, advocating for mutual pleasure. In this rich tapestry of belief, lubrication can be framed as a means to embody the essence of karma. It can facilitate sensual experiences and contribute to fulfilling the physical expression of divine love between partners. Therefore, rather than being seen as a concern or a taboo, lubrication appears as a complementary aspect of honoring both desire and pleasure within the framework of spirituality. Many indigenous spiritual traditions also present compelling narratives around sexuality and pleasure. These traditions often prioritize the natural and cyclical aspects of existence. The act of sexuality, including the use of lubrication, can be understood as a sacred gift. Engaging in intimate acts is often viewed as connecting with the earth, ancestors, and the inherent power of life. Thus, in such belief systems, lubrication may symbolize a way of honoring the body and its natural functions. It can be seen as a natural extension of the desire for connection and intimacy, integrating the physical and spiritual realms in celebration of life's beauty. As these multiple perspectives demonstrate, lubrication in the context of sexual pleasure is not merely a physiological matter but instead becomes imbued with deeper meaning through religious understanding. Within these frameworks, it can transcend the basics of physicality and become a conduit for greater intimacy, connection, and fulfillment. However, it is crucial to acknowledge that interpretations can be diverse, and teachings often evolve over time. It is vital to consider personal narratives in conjunction with these broader religious perspectives. Individual experiences and beliefs may significantly influence how someone views lubrication and sexual pleasure. For instance, a person raised in a religious environment that emphasizes modesty and restraint might initially perceive the use of lubrication as taboo. However, personal exploration and the quest for knowledge can lead to a re-evaluation of those beliefs, allowing for a more nuanced understanding of sexuality as inherently human and deserving of pleasure. The engagement with sexuality can also be subject to generational shifts, as contemporary conversations around sexual health, consent, and pleasure move toward inclusivity and holistic views. More progressive interpretations of various religions increasingly acknowledge the importance of pleasure and consent, reflecting a more complex understanding of what it means to be human in relation to sexuality. Moreover, discussions surrounding lubrication can raise essential points about health and wellness that intersect with religious beliefs and practices. The acknowledgement of sexual health as a vital aspect of overall well-being aligns with many religious teachings that advocate for the care and handling of the body. Within these discourse settings, lubrication serves a pragmatic role. It can play a crucial part in overcoming barriers to sexual pleasure, enhancing enjoyment, and fostering healthy relations. Here, many religious groups are beginning to emphasize education around sexual health, recognizing that empowering individuals with knowledge can lead to healthier, more fulfilling experiences. As conversations around sexuality evolve, it is essential to create safe spaces for individuals to explore the intersection of pleasure, health, and faith. Religious institutions and communities have the opportunity to engage in meaningful dialogue, bridging traditional teachings with contemporary understandings of sexuality. When guided by compassion, these conversations can foster inclusive environments that embrace human sexuality, including the role of lubrication in sexual pleasure. By doing so, religious perspectives can evolve to reflect the lived experiences of their adherents, honoring both the spiritual and physical realms of existence. In summary, the role of lubrication in sexual pleasure, when examined through the lens of various religious perspectives, reveals the intricate dance between the sacred and the sensuous. Engaging with sexuality is not simply a matter of biology. It encompasses complex spiritual dimensions, cultural beliefs, and personal experiences. Through this exploration, it becomes clear that lubrication is not merely a functional necessity but can also embody deeper meanings of connection, intimacy, and love. It invites us to reframe our understanding of pleasure, encouraging a dialogue that embraces the sacred nature of human experience while acknowledging the importance of physical and emotional well-being. In a world where conversations around sexual pleasure remain often laden with taboo and misinformation, it becomes imperative to approach these discussions with openness and compassion. By bridging personal experiences with rich traditions, we can create a fuller understanding of sexuality that honors both the individual and their belief systems. In doing so, we cultivate a more profound appreciation for the intricate role of lubrication in sexual pleasure, one that encapsulates the divine gift of intimacy, connection, and mutual satisfaction in the sacred spaces of our lives. Ultimately, the task remains to honor the full spectrum of human experience, ensuring that sexuality is approached in a way that encompasses pleasure, joy, and a holistic connection to ourselves and our partners.